Loads of people ask me, what is your reason why? And I tell them, it's my wife. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask us a few questions and see what it is that makes us such a solid couple and why Mrs. Carlin is my wife.
Hello.
If I left, then it made no sense. And you tell your friends and they hold your hands. Baby, never mind, never mind, never mind.
So guys, we asked you through our social media what it is you wanted to know, what it is that makes us such a solid couple, about our business, about my business career, any questions. There were no off-limit questions. And the first question we had in was, did I always want to be a trader? Did I always want to be a trader?
Yes.
Yeah, I did, absolutely. Right from a very early age, I was applying to all the banks, Kleinwort Benson, Deutsche Bank, Goldman Sachs, but so was everybody else. And I never broke through. Maybe I wasn't tenacious enough, I've no idea, but that's what I always wanted to do. In fact, I wanted to be a broker, a stockbroker, but as I've evolved and developed, I realised that that isn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a trader. So I think the truth of the matter is, being a trader, being a stockbroker back then, it wasn't the right timing, and there are no mistakes. I was able to come back to it when I had become financially free and had time to do a proper job. I rather expect that I would have imploded at that point, being in the city, being in London.
It would have been the Wolf of Wall Street.
I would have been the Wolf of Wall Street all over, absolutely. Sharon's not wrong, she knows me very well, and I definitely would have had that capacity to implode. So always wanted to, didn't really take the opportunity until I was much older in life though, that's the truth of the matter. So one of the questions we had in was from Chris, and Chris said, did Sharon find it particularly hard when I was travelling so much? A lot of my time was spent 3, 4, 5 months of the year travelling the world, training on stage for T. Harv Eker, my own events, National Achievers Congress and all of that, so I was away an awful lot. So do you want to just talk about how you found that period of our lives and how we cope with it?
Well, it was something very new because we'd never experienced that before, but I was on the journey with Steph, so I was right behind it. Obviously I missed him, and there's the odd occasion that he missed a kid's birthday or an anniversary, but it had to look at the bigger picture and what he was out there doing. So right behind it, obviously we all missed him as a family and just jumped on him when he came home. But no, we were all there on the journey with him and fully supported, and we kept in comms all the time, so it was all good.
Yeah, I think it's fortunate that it was a time when communications was so easy. WhatsApp, text, Skype calls.
Yeah.
So there was never a day where we didn't communicate, and I think that was pretty key for that period of our lives, 3 or 4 years of our lives when I was away so much, yeah?
Yeah. And now you're here.
Now I'm here. Yeah. So question number 3, does my wife have any interest in trading? I'm going to answer that with a yes and a no. Right? There's the no. She's definitely not interested in how trading works. She's not interested in looking at charts and learning the strategies and implementing the strategies and doing anything like that. My wife likes the results of trading. She likes to know exactly how many yellow bags from Selfridges it's going to get her and the implications for our lifestyle. So, is she interested in trading per se? No. Yeah, don't want to answer for you,
charts,
but
no.
Yeah, no, not Sharon's thing. But and she understands what it does for us as a family. Especially now we've got the fund up and running, and we've got some serious cash under management coming in. Yeah,
now it's exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and to see other people investing in what I basically spent 10 years developing and working on and tweaking and fine-tuning, then that's, I think, where Sharon's interest lies, seeing that develop and grow and become, fully fledged fund in the market, something of substance, yeah?
Yeah.
So question 4, this is a deep question and cuts deep with us to a degree. The question is this: how have we handled the highs and the lows of a wholly entrepreneurial career? Bearing in mind I've never had a job in my life. Sharon has, but actually gave up her career very early on to have children. Our daughter is 18 years old, so you've pretty much been a mum for
Yeah.
the majority of of Molly's life, haven't you? So,
Yeah.
so maybe you want to take that question. How have we handled the highs and the lows of being our own bosses and being in business?
I think because we're both in it together, we're very much a team, and like I mentioned earlier, the big picture, you are your own man, your own boss. You're always evolving and trying different things. This has always been the big thing. So all of this journey along the way has been towards something like this. So I don't think you can ever detract from that and just and get off and take an easier option because it's easy. You're both in it, and you've just got to go with it. And the highs and lows, I don't really think there's been many lows.
Okay, I'm not sure I agree with that.
No, I couldn't actually look back and think. There's been low points. There's been struggles, but not low. Not low. No, struggles and new things and. Going different ways and learning new.
So how have we handled those struggles then? Because there have been struggles.
Because we talk, and we always communicate really well.
So communication is key. Also having that eye on the bigger picture and knowing that with the right determination and energy, you can get through anything. That's my perspective on it.
Yeah.
If you believe, if your why's big enough, as we said, I've said Sharon's my why, and she's kept me going over the years when we have had those struggles, those low points.
Yeah, there'll be times where I have to bring you back in the room, times when Stefan has to bring me back in the room, and you're there as a support network for each other, so that when one's doubting something, the other one's there to just consolidate and re-emphasise what you're doing and where you're going, and vice versa. So
yeah, team.
Yeah, boom.
Question 5. How did the move to Mauritius change our lives? Do you want to take that? Yeah, I thought you'd like to take that question. I'm going to jump in first. It didn't change my life a great deal because I'm working harder now than I have done for a long time actually, as we really push the fund out there and make sure that all the licensing, the regulations in place, the fund is performing at its optimum. So my days are pretty chock-a-block. What it has done for me is give me a sort of weekend holiday lifestyle and short sleeves and shorts all year round, and I love that aspect and the more relaxed style of living here and the people. I mean, I could go on forever. But, what is it for you? What changed dramatically moving to Mauritius?
Again, initially the first year felt like one big holiday, not like one big party, but one big holiday. You couldn't quite believe you were here and that you were going to go back home soon, the UK, where it felt like 10 months of the year was one season. And now we're living in sunshine all year round, and even when it rains, it's still warm. And I'm walking the dog now in little vests and shorts every single day. I can cycle all year round. We have palm trees in our garden. We overlook the ocean, so it's kind of like the stuff dreams are made of. And
well, it
the
is.
Kids are happy. Everyone's settled. The dog came over. Everything was easy. There was no stumbling blocks, were there?
Was the obvious there weren't any stumbling blocks for us moving here at all. There's the lifestyle implications, but there's the well-being as well. We get vitamin D on a daily basis. We swim in the ocean regularly, or we go diving, or
earthing, Molly.
Water sports. Yeah, we re-earth ourselves exactly. So the choice here for us is endless. It ticks all the boxes. Socially, we have a great social life. We have great friends here. We got friends very quickly, and I think island life just suits us, doesn't it? Kicking off our shoes and walking barefoot and fancy free on the beach is a nice lifestyle as a family, and the kids have really taken to it. So.
And Mauritians, pretty awesome people.
Yes, they're a blessed nation. They're very friendly.
They want to share.
Yeah.
They're very giving.
It's a very warm environment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't mean the temperature here. I mean the people. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. So it's been an easy transition. It's not one that we will ever give up. I think we're here to stay, and I think in the long term, Mauritius will be, 6 to 9 month base for the year, and then maybe back in the UK for a month visiting family and friends, with a couple of months of travel thrown in. So that's kind of our end game once the fund's really rocking and rolling. Okay, so Veronica sent us this question 6, and the question is, what are the habits that we have that ensure that we create balance between, busy business life, and actually we have several businesses, not just the fund, we still have businesses around the world that we operate on a weekly, daily basis. So how do we find that balance? What are the habits between managing business life, our lifestyle, a loving romantic relationship, family life, and all of that? What do you think the habits are? What do you think that's been key that's given us that balance?
We've always had date nights.
Yep, as a couple, we've made
Always
sure.
had dates.
Yeah.
So a cinema, meal,
Well, whatever it may
whatever
be.
it is, date night, date day.
Mm.
Had that time together. Son's children.
Son's children. Yeah, that's been really key for us. I said, my wife's my why, and my children were a little bit shocked when I shared with them that you're passing through my life. Molly was the first, our firstborn, and she was the first child. I said, look, you need to be aware, Mum is my why. Now, when I say that to people, they kind of freak out a little bit, my kids are my why and all of that. Look, I'd lay my life down for my kids. I'll always be there for them. But I'm acutely aware that they're passing through our lives. And at 18, Molly's talking about going off to university, and she's got a boyfriend, she's got independence, she's got a driving license. She's gone, we don't really see her. Her life is her own now already, and it's only going to get more and more like that. And I see too many couples that focus on the kids exclusively and forget about their own relationship, forget to bring that balance between family life, work life, and maintaining a relationship. At the end of the day, we got together because we were attracted to each other and we fell in love. And we're still in love to this day because we've made that our focus. And children were a byproduct of us getting together, right?
Yeah.
A byproduct of that love. We did not get together to have children, okay? Let me be clear about that. And that's why I say to my kids, you're passing through my life. I'll always be there for you, but you're going to fly the nest. Our son, he's 12. We barely see him. If he's not out on his bike or at school, he's gaming. And I think it's important that people do find that balance. Business, I'm at work all day. Sharon's doing her own thing, so she's got her own time to do what you love doing.
Yes.
Yeah. Out on the
Cycle,
bike.
tennis, golf.
Yeah, I know. Sharon loves sport, so she does a lot of sport. She's got a good friend network here. She loves cooking, and one of your joys is feeding our family. I know, feeding them goodness and making sure that there's purity in what we eat. So I'm not quite sure that we've answered the question wholly. The habits for us are date nights, communication, debriefing at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, before we recorded this video, the first thing I did, told Sharon about my day. She told me about her day, so that we know exactly what's going on all the time. And I think that's fairly key. So debrief, have date nights,
Have a laugh.
remember why you got
to
together in the first place.
I laugh at
Yeah,
you a lot.
that's easy to do.
And we don't take ourselves very seriously.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember why you got together in the first place. That's the most important thing, I think.
Siri.
Yeah, that's okay. It's perfect.
So, what's my train? Have to be in these tomatoes.
That's okay. They're good tomatoes.
And men age well.
Is it rolling? Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed finally meeting Mrs. C. Everybody asked me, who is your why? Well, this is my why, Mrs. C. And a lot of people ask me, when are we going to get to meet her? So you finally had the chance. So thanks for watching the video. Do you want to do the sign off, babe?
Okay, if you like this video, what am I going to say again?
If you like this video, click on the link, like it, subscribe it, and
Click on his social media below.
a bit of that.
Yeah, what do I do? So if you like this video, click like, click subscribe, click on the link below on his bio. What?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I'm so not social media trained.
Find the link below. Find us on social media. click like, 6, click subscribe on our YouTube channel, and we're going to rock and roll.
That was it.